Howdy folks, the old uphold. I'm killing some time because one of my clients didn't turn up this morning, so I've got a bit of time to kill before my next visit this afternoon. And I thought I'd show you around a little bit, give you an idea of the kind of landscape in which I live currently. So this pretty much typifies the county of Devon. We have a lot of grass, a lot of sheep, and our woodlands, when they're pretty extensive in size for this county, tend to look a little bit like that. We've got a mixture of conifers up on the hill there. That's probably, that looks like spruce. There's some Douglas fir, and then we've got broadleaf woodland down in the valley bottoms here. So that'll all be sort of oak, ash, that sort of thing. And our woodlands tend to be very small, very, very small in size in general. This is actually quite an extensive woodland that I'm looking at there. It goes on up over the hill there. But yeah, most of our countryside is this stuff, grass. We grow a lot of grass and a lot of sheep around here. So that's what I'm smoking. It is pretty though, isn't it? Let's see if I can find myself a little bit of an oak tree over here to sit under for a bit. I'm a little bit annoyed that I hadn't brought my my little cook stove and mug and some water to brew a coffee on while I'm killing some time here, but hey ho. There we go. I'm going to sit myself under this oak tree here. You can see some deer. You probably can't see, but there's a few deer in the field over there. They'll be fallow deer. I'm not sure if you can see on this camera, they're just by the edge of the woodland about there. And interestingly, where I am, this particular bit of Devon is a place we actually have wild boar, because the estate here let a few loose. And now wild boar is something that's relatively new in this country. Obviously used to be something that was a lot more common, but pretty much like all of the other wildlife here, we've hunted them more or less to extinction. So there's a few places up in the Forest of Dean which have got them. They do a lot of damage up in the Forest of Dean actually, and they actually organise a proper boar cull there. Yeah, for the most part, they're just not something you see in the countryside in Britain. So the latest news anyway is that I've had my job in Papua New Guinea confirmed, which is awesome. So I shall be moving over there. Currently we're working on September of this year for me to move over there, and I'm going to be the head of forestry at a small university on the island of New Britain, which is just to the east of the Papua New Guinean mainland, basically between the Papua New Guinean mainland and the Solomon Islands. So New Britain is one of the islands of that area. So I've got a lot of work to do. I've been absolutely crazy busy the last few weeks, and now I've got lectures to write and partnerships to build and people to get in touch with, organisations from everything from the United Nations to some of the Australian research organisations that work in that part of the world. Because now the challenge really begins, and that is to to basically in a pretty poor and underdeveloped part of the world establish an education program for sustainable forestry and sustainable resource use for people who currently are frankly just getting exploited by a lot of the big Malaysian timber companies and that sort of thing. So yeah, interesting times ahead. And it's going to be a very different landscape to this. But I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. Should be real good. Yeah. So as Bob Dylan said, the times they are a-changing. But I'm going to have another few months in this country yet. As I say, we're working towards September. And it being Papua New Guinea, it might even go on a little bit beyond that. But in the meantime, anyway, I've got lectures to write, as I say, and things like that for the forestry program that I've already developed. Beautiful. I love this place. Yeah, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Very peaceful, very tranquil, very serene. Really, it is a nice part of the country to be in. A little bit too conservative for my liking, but can't have it always, I suppose. So I hope you guys are keeping all well. Oh, I've just spotted her. There's a, yeah, again, you're not going to be able to see this, I don't think, but just up there, right about where my pipe is pointing, there's a deer high seat, a deer stand, you know. What a fantastic place to shoot from, over that field that's in front of it. Wow. I wonder who the jammy bugger is that's got the shooting permission on that ground. Anyway. Yeah, so that's it, folks. Anyway, that's a bit of an update for May. Yeah. I hope you guys are all doing well. I've had a few emails from the so-called lurkers recently. As I say, I don't like to use the word lurker. It actually sounds like a bit of a put down. And actually, you know, just fantastic people. So you guys who've contacted me, you know who you are. Thank you very much for the emails. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, it's, as I said to somebody the other day, it's weird. In the course of my lifetime, people on other sides of the planet have gone from sending these little blue envelopes that unfold on paper, on really like cigarette paper, thin paper, that you write on and then stick the thing together, pop in the post, the old airmail envelopes. I don't know whether any of you guys remember them. To today, you know, 40 years later, 41 years later, when when we're communicating through the medium of video and Skype and email and all the rest of it. Yeah, the world is a lot smaller, and that comes with both good and bad things. But I think it's just fantastic to be able to talk to you guys on the other side of the world, wherever you are, and yeah, and to get emails from time to time from strangers, just extending a hand of friendship and mutual respect. That's what it's all about, really. But anyway, before I run out of space, take care, guys. Oh, by the way, Old Crow Medicine Show. I've been listening to a lot of them recently. Go and check them out. I hear them all. Fantastic song. Go and buy some of their music. I haven't stopped listening to it for weeks. Take care, folks.